Hey, everybody. Thank you for tuning into the Social Avenue podcast. I'm your host, Sydney Encinas, and today we are joined by Virginia Ruth. She is the founder of On My Level Athletics. I am so excited to have her on today. I just recently, a few weeks ago, walked into the Park Place Mall where the Old Navy entrance is, and I saw this really incredible athletics store, walked in and was like, I need to figure out who, because it's brand new, right? It's pretty brand new.
Yeah. Well, I've had my brand for about 4 years now, but the store is about six months in, 6 or 7.
And I was so happy to walk in and be greeted by one of her family members. And I'm just so excited to have you on and really dive into your story and how you did this.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me. When you reached out, I was like so excited. I was like, no, this is my chance to say my story. So, and I've been wanting to for a while. So this is like the perfect opportunity. So I appreciate you.
Yeah. Well, I'm appreciative that you were willing to come on, because a lot of people are like, I don't know if I want to be on camera, and it can be a little bit intimidating. So
for sure.
Really, the fact that you're here I really, really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm. So we can start with let's start with, who are you? How did you get started in this?
So my name is Virginia. So I was born and raised in Tucson, Arizona. I've been here my whole life. That's where I started my brand, is here in Tucson, AZ. When I was a teen mom, and I ended up...
How old?
At 16.
Yeah, so, that's a teen mom.
Yep, I had my son at 16. I ended up dropping out right after I had my son. I did try going back to school multiple times, but it just didn't work out for me. And, it was my fault too, because I was, I didn't push hard enough for that. So I definitely could have, but I chose not to. Mm-hmm. So I didn't graduate. I don't have no diploma.
Even still?
Yeah, still. Okay. I don't have a GED or anything like that. So I don't have that education background, so that was another reason why I started my brand too, was I wanted to be my own boss.
Yeah.
And I knew that, that was a good outlet for me. That's one of the reasons why I got started with my brand. Another reason was, so right after I had my son, about a year after, they found a tumor in my left breast.
Oh my God, Virginia.
Yeah, so I ended up having surgery for that. They prescribed me Vicodin. Mm-hmm. And right after that, I instantly got addicted. Mm. So it was just like, it was like a snap of a finger. Yeah. I was addicted really quick. And I was on them probably, I would say a good 2 years. Yeah. I was on them. And the thing about it was nobody knew either. I hid it from everybody. Yes. Like I was very good at hiding it. So like my mom didn't even know. My dad didn't know. Mm-hmm. The only person that knew was the father of my kids. Yeah. And he was battling his own issues at the time. So it was like, it was toxic at that time for both of us. But when I finally was at the point where I was like about to, I was on the way to killing myself. Yeah. So I knew that I had to stop, or it was going to be that route. So I ended up just having a moment where I pretty much had all my pills and I just threw them. And it was really, really hard. But when I told the father of my kids what I was doing, he ended up stopping what he was doing too. So we just both cut cold turkey. And he was the one that did help me during my sobriety time. And he was like the only one that knew, and it was my fault because I did make him, not tell anybody. I would beg him, not to tell anybody. So he definitely helped me with that. And at the time also, during like the time when I was like going through sobriety, I found out that working out was like such an outlet for me. Working out and trying to like live that healthy lifestyle, that was something that helped me 100% too. So that's when it clicked in my head, like, why not start a brand that is going to represent having that motivation to get started with something, but finishing it with that discipline and that consistency. And, I try to, like, live by that, So, and, like, my sobriety is, it 100% revolves around my brand,
God, that is so amazing.
That's definitely another reason why I got started with my brand. And so
You have so many big whys. A lot of people want to start things, but then they fall off and they stop, they quit because their why isn't big enough. You have such a huge why. And I'm so inspired by that story, especially the addiction part of it. And man, that's incredible. That is really, really incredible.
Yeah, I used to be very embarrassed and like ashamed of it. Like, and the fact that I never graduated either, like I just used to be so embarrassed, and I was a teen mom and just like high school dropout, and just there's so many things that I used to be like so embarrassed of. But it's my story, and it's like how I got here, you know. So
It's your testimony.
100%. And when I first started my brand, it was during COVID when I started.
Oh my gosh, so brave to do that.
I know. I chose like the worst time financially to do it.
That's incredible though.
But I decided that I wanted to start my brand like pretty much the beginning of when COVID happened. And I had no money, no nothing, but I knew that I had an idea and that I wanted to follow through with it, you know. And like a couple months after that of like getting started with what I wanted to do and everything, that's when the stimulus checks hit. And I was like, oh my God, this is my chance. So I used the stimulus, flipped it, and that's how I started my brand.
Oh my, that was literally going to be my next question, is how did you do it financially? Wow.
Yeah.
You know what I did with my stimulus check? I bought a fucking Peloton. Which I love my Peloton, okay?
I love that. As long as you
Sponsor
love
me,
it.
Peloton, okay? I say such good stuff about Peloton, but wow. And that just, I mean, you turned it into a business that is thriving, and it just keeps paying. You've made your stimulus back and more. That's incredible.
100%. Yeah, and the kids of my father's kids, he gave me his stimulus as well too.
Oh my
so
God.
I had both of those to work with. And I flipped it, and that's how I was able to start the brand. So,
he believed in you so much. He was like, take mine.
Yeah,
he's like, I don't need a Peloton. You take mine.
100%, yeah. And so we started the brand off together. Like it was genuinely my idea, but he hopped in on it and loved the idea. And he was like more of like the background, and when we were gonna bring out a women's line and a men's line.
Yeah.
The men's line was gonna be launched a lot later.
Yeah.
And we had planned on, he was gonna run the men's line, I was gonna run the women's line. But unfortunately it didn't happen that way. So about 8 months into me starting the brand, he was killed. So it happened, I was not expecting that in any way. So it really like turned everything like upside down for me.
I'm so sorry.
Thank you. And when I lost him, it took like everything in me to not turn back to those pills. Like I was fiending for those pills because I wanted to
escape.
Just 100%. I didn't want to feel anything. I didn't want to think about what happened to him. I didn't want to face grief. I hated grief. I was like such an angry, mean person after I lost him. Like I said, it took everything in me to not go back to those pills. But it was, 100% for my kids, because I'm all they have, so they, I'm here because of them, and I'm here because of him too, he got his life taken away, so I'm gonna live life for him, so.
And you've been beaten down. You've had to overcome so much. And look at you. Look where you're at.
Yeah. It's taken a lot to get to where I'm at.
The strength, man. The strength that it must have taken to not turn back to your old ways, to not go back to your old life.
Yeah, and like I said, I 100% did it for my kids, for the father of my kids, for myself, and for my brand. My brand means that much to me.
Yeah.
So,
it's your. How many kids do you have?
I have 2 kids.
2. It's your third baby.
It is 100%. Yeah.
Man.
So in a way, my brand saved me. So.
Yeah. Man. So just another part of the big why.
Oh yeah.
Why you want this brand to succeed so badly.
Yeah, it's I started from the ground up with nothing.
Yeah, you did. You started from the stimulus.
Yes,
up,
I started from
You started from COVID up. Man.
Yeah, so I've come a long way, and I had no idea how to run a business, none whatsoever. How to be a boss, how to order from vendors, how to make my own website, because I'm the least tech savvy person.
Yeah, we were talking about that before this. It was we hate tech stuff.
Yeah, so it's all of that was 100% new to me. And it was it's still a learning process. I'm still learning every single day.
Oh, yeah,
100%. So
what do you feel has been, once you had the brand up and going, you overcame those personal adversities and everything that had happened in your personal life, what part of growing the brand and sustaining your business do you feel has been the most challenging?
There's been a lot.
You're like Instagram, no?
Yes, Instagram.
Fuck
definitely.
Instagram. all that tech crap, man.
Let's hope they don't ban you for that.
Yeah. They're and she's going down. No.
Yeah, but no, you know what? Marketing has been one of the biggest issues for me. I am not the best at marketing. I will.
Why do you say that?
Because I just feel my brand, social media wise, I feel it should be a lot further than it is. And I just feel I get stuck at some points. So, and then and then marketing, it always falls into social media.
Totally. 100%.
Yeah. So if you're not good at marketing, you're not going to be good at social media.
And I do, kind of shit on Instagram a lot, but I am grateful because it's free marketing. You know what I mean? It really is. And if you know how to take advantage of that, or, seek out a class to learn how to take advantage of it properly, then that's,
yeah,
it's a great tool. It really is. Sorry, 100%. Instagram.
No, and I will say this though, Facebook ads are 100% more better than Instagram.
They're more
ads.
effective. Really?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know
100%.
that.
I kind of tested it out myself where I ran ads in both places, and I noticed that Instagram, when I would put an ad out there, I was getting followers from real people, but also from bots.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
So it kind of messed up my algorithm a lot. And versus Facebook, it was just all real.
Organic,
It was all organic, and I actually got sales from Facebook ads.
Oh, no way.
So I was okay, Facebook is where it's at. So
do you feel you get the same amount of foot traffic and website traffic?
I would say yes, but I get 100% more orders from Facebook ads.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, God, that's so cool.
Yeah, so I would say if you're trying to figure it out, run Facebook ads.
Okay. So how difficult was it? Also, feel free to drink your water.
You know what? I just thought about that. I was like, I picked it up and didn't drink it.
I got this big one because it's your the athletic part of you. You're like, I think I need water right now, and you're like, but I'm talking because I'm gonna put it back down. Don't be scared. Yeah, take a drink of your water.
You mentioned it.
Since you mentioned it, girl. You know what? I'm gonna take a water break too. Actually, we need this.
Water is good for you.
It is good for you. And actually, sometimes I'll try to drink this in my car, and I'm like, oh, and it like goes all over me. So, when you reached out to Park Place to get a spot,
you know what's crazy is they actually reached out to me.
What? Wait, what?
Uh-huh.
Whoa, good for you. Yeah, dang. I didn't even know
that.
That was a thing. That's cool.
Yeah, so the mall manager, his name is James. He actually found my booth at the Winter Street Fair. So I always work the Winter Street Fair here in Tucson, AZ. And he found my setup and he loved it. He thought it was awesome. He thought the brand was amazing.
Wow.
So yeah, he ended up emailing me and asking if I wanted to open up a store there. So it just went from there. So
before you got your store, how long were you selling before? How am I trying to say this? How were you selling your stuff? Were you doing the booth? And were you doing the online orders? And for how long were you doing that for?
For about 3 years, I was doing.
You were freaking hustling, man.
Yeah.
You were setting up your booth.
It was.
That's a lot of work.
I would say I did over 100 pop-ups, easily.
Jeez, Virginia.
Yeah,
good for you.
I would do events all throughout Arizona, and then I had my online website, which I'm very grateful for. Anybody putting in orders.
Yeah,
and
no kidding.
Luckily, I've sold to almost every state in the U.S., which is really awesome.
That's amazing.
Last week, I just had an order from Alaska, and I was like, "Oh my God, this is so cool!"
You're giving it a little Eskimo kiss before you send it off.
Yeah,
enjoy.
Yeah, no, just every order matters. Every order does. So, and I just appreciate the support, honestly, and people believing in my brand and me. It's awesome.
That is so cool. So, okay. How were you seeking out the events to set up your booth at? Where were you getting that info?
So, the first event that I ever did, a girl had reached out to me. She's the sweetest person. Her name is Jasmine, and she has her own business, and she thought I would do amazing at a pop-up that she was hosting. So I ended up getting introduced to the pop-up world by her. And from there, it was just once you do a one pop-up, people will just start throwing pop-ups at you.
The next one is here. Are you going to be there?
Sure.
You're like, okay.
Yeah, so that's literally how it was. So after that one pop-up, I got introduced to so many other pop-ups and people wanting me to be at events. And I've hosted a couple events myself too. So
oh, you have? Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, so it's it was just, I guess, word of mouth mostly.
Were you generating a pretty good amount of revenue from the pop-ups?
Yeah, 100%. That's where I was able to save up for a store.
That is so cool. Who would come and help you?
My dad.
That guy, man. That's a guy, when we walked into the Park Place Mall, he was helping her out, and he was just raving about Virginia, just so proud of her. And I'm like, man, that's a good dad. He's like, I'm here for free. No,
he says that all the time. I'm like, it's not for free, Dad, because I'm going to wipe your butt when you're old.
That's right. You're like, I am your caretaker, okay? I'm going to take care of this whole family.
No, really, though.
It was so cool. Instantly, I wanted to buy everything because I was just like, I felt so connected to you and your brand. It's a true I don't know, you're a local. It was cool to see somebody local in the Park Place Mall. I couldn't explain the feeling, but I was like, I felt just so.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Well, besides the fact that your clothing, the material is so good, the price is right. I looked at the price and I was like, all right, I'm going to get that.
I'm like, we're in Tucson, Arizona. I'm going to price this stuff at an affordable price. I'm not going to overcharge. I'm still able to make an income for me and my kids and have what we need, and also price everything at a good price so people can get these things.
Yeah, well, and that's why I was like, where are you referring or where are you looking to, like, your margins and stuff like that? Like, how are you knowing how to price your stuff? Are you looking at your competitors, or are you just like...
No, because I'm weighing it out basically with how much it costs to get this stuff.
I see.
And my vendors are really, really cool. I have vendors that are overseas, and they give me awesome deals. Like, anybody who asks, like, who's my vendor, I automatically give them their info because they're really good. They're always on time. Everything comes in amazing. When I do pick out an item and if it's not good quality, they'll let me know, before they even ship it out, because they know.
They're like, hey, we know the level of service you expect and the level of quality, rather. We're gonna send you something that isn't quite there, and they just let you know that.
Yeah. So and I could choose to not place that order if they let me know that the material is bad. Yeah. So they're really good with that, and I appreciate my vendors. I love them.
That is so cool. Okay, it's 20 minutes in. We're going to take a break, and then we're going to come back and chat a little bit more with Virginia.
My heat and air were in a state of disrepair. My drains were clogged. I was really in despair. So I called some guy. You've never seen such a mess. And every time he leaned over, well, you can probably guess. Now I get it done right by Pixox Cooling. They're neat and clean, peachy clean. Really no fooling. Got a problem? Just call up and help is coming. Pixox Cooling, heating and plumbing.
Hi, I'm Alan Murdoch. For the past 20 years, I've been buying, fixing, and selling properties right here in Southern Arizona. And I want to buy your property. Whether it's a house, apartment, commercial building, or vacant land, regardless of the condition or the situation, I want to talk to you. When you sell to me, I pay cash and it's hassle-free. No repairs, no closing costs, and no commissions. If you have a property you don't want to deal with and you want a quick solution, call, text, or visit selltoallen.com. Again, that's selltoallen.com.
Discover the power of 88 Crime, where your anonymous tips are rewarded with cash. When you call in anonymously with a tip, you are given a code. With the code and a password, you can walk into a bank and redeem your reward anonymously. If your anonymous tip results in a felony arrest, you can claim up to $2,500 cash reward. Let's stop the silence on crime and strive for a safer community. For more information, please visit 88crime.org or call 88crime.
Copper Creek Cookies, Copper Creek Cookies, coppercreekcookies.net.
We can print anything on our soft vanilla logo cookies. We deliver them and other sweet treats locally. We are located at 4249 West Ina Road, Suite 121. Call us 520-300-1131. We bake smiles.
Copper Creek Cookies, Copper Creek Cookies, coppercreekcookies.net.
Okay, welcome back. And actually, my director just told me that if anybody wants to call in, this is a new feature we have. If anybody wants to call in and say something or ask Virginia a question or ask me a question, you guys can do that. So where are we going to put the number at, Raul? I'm sorry, I forgot.
The number's on the screen right now.
Oh, it's on the screen. Oh, there it is. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, so
the number's on the screen. So if you guys want to call in and ask a question, feel free to do it. But okay, so what I wanted to ask you was, so you sat down, you were like, I want to start an athletic clothing line. Where did you start? Like, what did you Google? Who did you reach out to?
So I remember first going on Google and just putting in vendors for bulk orders. And a few different, U.S. vendors came up, but the reviews on them weren't too good.
Okay.
And one app that kept popping up was an app called Alibaba. I don't know if you've ever
heard of
that.
Alibaba. Yeah, I have.
So that app kept popping up, and I was like, all right, let me see what it is, try it out. So I remember I remember going on YouTube and like seeing how I should go about it.
I love YouTube for that.
Yeah,
It's
right?
so educational.
No, it really
It
is. So,
yeah.
so I found like multiple videos, and a lot of the videos said always check their profile first. Always check their profile, because when you go to their profile on Alibaba app, it'll lead you to the reviews, and people are very, very brutally honest on that website, on that app. So if a vendor is not legit, people will say it on there.
Yeah.
And if a vendor has tried to rip you off or their quality isn't good, people will say that. So you always want to look out for their profile and the reviews. But yeah, I found. This is my main supplier. I found her through just research and through looking, and she had very high reviews. And a lot of people said that her quality was amazing. So I was like, let me just try it out.
Yeah.
So I ended up getting a few pieces, and I found
loved
them.
it.
Yeah.
Cool.
So it was just like from there, it just like flourished from there.
And where she it bloomed. Where is she based out of?
Of China.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. And then you have like a good do you speak with her on the phone, or is it strictly email, or
I
how
do.
did that?
I have spoken with them
Oh,
on the phone.
good.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
cool.
which is really cool, but the time zones is like completely different.
She's like, hello. You're like, oh crap, it's 2 a.m. your time, sorry.
No, so I actually stay up sometimes during the middle of the nights just to talk to them, because when it's nighttime there, it's morning over there,
Yeah.
or
Vice
what I
versa,
meant.
yeah.
Yeah. So I end up staying up late hours talking to them.
That's crazy.
And then vice versa too, but she'll do the same for me. So, there's just like a mutual respect there. And, so.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Did you feel like you had any issues decorating like your space in your store?
No, because I knew exactly what I wanted.
Are you a decorator? Do you like that?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Not as good as my sister, but
She's like watching this like, that's right.
that's my girl.
That's our girl.
But yeah, I love dark vibes. I'm literally always in black.
It's really cool. No, and that's sort of the aesthetic, but it's like dark and clean and I know to say dark and fresh are kind of, but it is.
No,
it's like a dark vibe,
and that's
but
what the
fresh.
green is for, too.
Yeah, I like it.
And
I really
wish
like
I
it.
could put real plants, because I'm a plant girl. I love plants, but
that's cool.
I can't. So I was like, the next best thing, fake plants.
Oh, that's
But
awesome.
yeah, decorating wasn't an issue. And again, like I had the help from my family too. So I had the help from my family, and then from my father's kids' families too as
Yeah.
well. They helped out so much. So I'm just like really grateful for the whole squad.
Gosh, yeah, because it takes a village, man.
No, it really does. And like without my dad, I don't know what I would do without my dad.
That
like,
man, yeah.
He is the realest one. Everybody loves him too. Like he's just such a lovable person.
My daughter left her AirPods in the dressing room, and we came running back, and he's like, "Oh, you guys left these. I'm so glad you're back for them. I didn't know whose they were." And yeah, he's just a really cool guy.
No, he is. And then I appreciate him so much. So whenever I'm like exhausted or just like overwhelmed, he'll go to the store for me. And
so awesome.
yeah, he 100%, he's always been a good dad, but he like upped it more after I lost my boyfriend,
Yeah.
100%. And I appreciate him for that. Him and my mom, and then the father of my kids, their side too.
Everybody stepped up.
They're a second pair of parents for me. So
It's amazing.
I don't know what I would do without those four.
You're surrounded by so much love and support, and yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, and the crazy thing was when he first passed away, I was so angry and mean to like everybody, and
Naturally,
I
I mean,
regret that
it's-
so much, because like they were just trying to be there for me, and I just hated life. I hated the world, but
Understandably,
yeah,
I don't think
but
anybody holds that against you.
I will always appreciate them though, all four of them.
Amazing. Where do you think that your fitness line will go next? Do you feel like your clothes are geared towards a specific sport and what I mean by that is like specifically weightlifting. And then do you feel like you'll want to kind of pivot into more like, for example, like running gear or like, you know, anything like that? Or what kind of plans do you feel like you have for your brand?
I don't really like to put, you know, my plans out to
Oh,
existence.
yeah, that's how you're like, Will, I have a little something on my sleeve, but you're not going to know about it. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
No, but I will say this, that one of my goals from the start was to open up a gym. And,
Oh, yeah.
and starting
cool.
an athletic wear brand was, I guess, an easier route to start first, especially financially.
Easy. Yeah.
Easy, huh?
Easy for Virginia because she's a
Yeah.
rock and she's so strong, but
Oh, I appreciate you. But yeah, so I went that route first, but the main goal was to always open up a gym. And that's, you know, I'm going to make it happen.
Yeah.
That's, you know, I opened up my store, and the gym is the next step. So I know it'll get there, but that's you know, my main goal. And because I love fitness, and I just feel like, you know, I feel like everybody should be living a healthy lifestyle.
Totally.
Like, and it's like statistically proven that working out helps you live longer.
oh yeah, 100%.
So like, I don't know, I just like, I really believe that everybody should be living that healthy lifestyle. And that's what, you know, really draws me into wanting to open up my own gym too.
Yeah.
So.
That's amazing. Do you feel, would it be a gym for everybody or like an all women's gym or anything like that?
You know, I thought about all women's. I did, because women are amazing.
Well, yeah, and I've thought about that too. Like, man, Tucson doesn't have an all women's gym. Like, would that be something that the market would even gravitate towards, or would that even be something that would take off? You know?
Yeah, I definitely thought about that. I would have to think about it some more and like really weigh out like all my options. But yeah, I think that would be really cool, because I mean,
Just
I
as-
don't know about you, but I've had issues at the gym before.
Well, yeah, I just feel like sometimes it can be like, I feel like your line is very much women empowerment and being comfortable in your body and, you know, all of that. But, you know, some girls really do struggle with that. And
Yes.
it sort of keeps women away from the gym sometimes, I think, or maybe
yeah,
just
and
stuck
I feel so bad for
stuck
that.
in like a Zumba class because mostly only women take Zumba class, or like, you know, those classes. Like,
Yeah,
I
for
feel like it
sure.
would draw more women into the gym and get them, or give them the safe space to mess up on a machine or you know,
not feel
navigate
judged.
and not feel judged. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, I think, I would definitely be interested in doing an all women's. Nothing against men.
I know. And that's another thing is like, you know, you don't want to hurt anyone's feelings.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, so I mean, I could go either route, but you know, the ultimate goal is a gym.
yeah.
So, and then, you know, along with my gym, I can have my athletic wear brand in there. And so, and I'm excited about this, but I'm coming out with a pre-workout.
Oh my gosh, no way.
So I'm going to be collabing with a supplement. They're called Flightline supplements. They're based out of Tucson, Arizona. So they reached out to me and they wanted to do a collab.
Everyone's reaching out to you. That is amazing. You are so great, Virginia.
I appreciate that. But actually, this guy, he met my dad first.
Okay.
So, yeah.
What's your dad's? Is his name
Frank.
Frank. Okay. Yes. Frank.
Yeah.
You're incredible,
Yes,
Frank.
right?
My son Elliot loves you, by the way, and my daughter for saving her AirPods.
Yeah. So, but
They reached out to you.
yeah. So they reached out to me. I like spaced out for a second.
I know.
I'm sorry.
Hey, it's all right. Yeah. You're like squirrel. No.
Yeah. No, but really. Okay. Where were we?
So your pre-workout, they reached out
Yeah,
to you.
so he reached out to me and was interested in, you know, either doing a protein or a pre-workout. So we decided on the pre-workout. So that's going to be launching in January, which I'm really
God,
excited
good
about.
for you, man.
Yeah,
That's
so-
great for New Year's. You can do
For
like
sure.
some New Year's promotions. That's so incredible.
So that's just like another thing that I'm working on. But
Do you think you'll ever do protein, or was there a reason why you chose pre-workout over protein?
just I personally thought that more people would be appealed to like the pre-workout first. So that's why I wanted to go that route.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely gonna do a protein too. But we just wanted to see how the pre-workout would work first. So
That's so cool. And then you'll sell that in your stores, right?
hopefully, we're doing like an exclusive launch. So there's only gonna be so many of them, you know. So I might be able to have some in my store, but it's gonna be mostly online. So I'm excited about that.
That's amazing. How are you balancing all this? So you have 2 kids.
Yes.
How are you doing it? You go, yes. How old are they?
My son is 12, and then my daughter is 6.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. My daughter is 13 and my son is 6.
Opposite.
The
yeah.
age, but the age gap.
Yeah, no, right? It's a big age gap, but I kind of like it that way.
I do too. It gave my body a little break, you know?
right. And then
I give it to the moms who like,
for
back to
sure,
back, I'm like,
Oh my
whoa.
God, I commend you. I commend
For
you
real.
and your bodies. But so we did it, complete like 6 years apart.
Yeah.
But
that little gap is good. So how do you balance it? How do you feel like there's so much that goes into running a business and let alone like there's your online and then you have your brick and mortar and then you have your family life. How are you navigating all of that?
It's a lot, but honestly, organization and the help of my family. Like I would be able to do it, but it would be 100 times harder.
Yeah.
But it's like they've helped me out so much with my kids, and I love it too because my kids they love coming to work with me too. So they'll come with me and they'll help me out. But my mom helps me watch them a lot, and then their nana and their other tata, they help me out a lot. So it was very, very hard when I first opened up the store. I remember calling my dad, and I was just crying so much because I was like, I feel like the worst mom being away from them because I was always a stay-at-home mom. And
before that, you were stay-at-home. Well, yeah, because then you just did the
events.
booths and stuff. So, but primarily, you were able to stay home.
For sure, yeah. So, I had like a little bit of jobs when I was like young,
Right.
like JCPenney and Dillard's and all that. But yeah, I was strictly stay-at-home. And so when I first opened up my store, I was there all the time.
almost
and
have to be.
It was such a hard adjustment. Like my kids would call me crying. I would call them crying. And it was just like, it was
And then a
really
customer
hard.
would come in and you'd be like, "Hi, welcome to On My Level Athletics. Can I get you a size?"
Yes. There goes that clown laugh that I told you about.
She's like, "It'll either be a clown laugh, a hyena laugh." She's like, "I got like 20 different laughs."
Yes.
Gosh, you're such a badass, man.
I appreciate you.
You're so strong and like to push through all of that. Like
It's
especially
been
with
hard.
the kids and man, it's incredible. And look what you've grown it all to.
I appreciate that. And then, like, just everything I do is for my kids. Everything.
Yeah.
I live for my kids, I was a mom since I was 15. So,
You grew up with them.
Yeah, and my son has, like, been through it with, like, everything, all the hard times.
The
so
first
he's,
ones
like,
always do. You
For
know?
sure. Yeah, he's my rock. I don't know what I would do without him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's funny when people meet him because, like, they say he's like an old man in a little man's body. Like, he is so wise.
Yeah.
He's just, I love my son and my daughter.
That's amazing. Do you have any personal fitness goals other than like staying in the gym and lifting and all of that? Do you feel like you ever want to have a fitness endeavor that you go on?
Well, one of my goals was to just get back into the gym because I had stopped for a good year. I had stopped after I lost my boyfriend. I didn't want to work out. I didn't want to eat. I didn't want to do anything, So I just stopped everything. So getting back into the gym was one of my goals.
Was the endeavor, yeah.
Yeah. So and I'm doing it. I'm not, as much as like I used to. I was like obsessed with going to the gym, but I'm like slowly getting back into it again. But yeah, my goal, I guess, would just be to like inspire women to just feel comfortable to go and to just not focus on anybody else, you know, and the judgment that we think we're getting. Because sometimes in reality, sometimes people aren't even looking at us. It's just
true.
a self-conscious
It's all in our
thing.
head. Yeah.
So it's like you need to let go of that. You need to let go of that and just get in there, you know.
Yeah.
Just use one of those machines that you're scared to use, you know. Do a workout. Just get in there and try to live that healthy and positive lifestyle. And
Everybody is too worried about their own selves to worry. But that's what I always try to tell myself is like
Yeah.
everyone's so up their own ass that nobody's paying attention. Nobody cares what I'm doing. I gotta go and feel good about myself. That's what it comes down to.
And if there are people that are judging, that just shows
They're
who they
sad.
are. That
They're
just
sad,
shows, who they are as a person. So,
Exactly.
you know.
All right, we're gonna take one more little break and then we'll be right back.
My heat and air were in a state of disrepair. My drains were clogged. I was really in despair. So I called some guy. You've never seen such a mess. And every time he leaned over, well, you can probably guess. Now I get it done right by Picture Rocks Cooling. They're neat and clean, peachy clean. Really no fooling. Got a problem? Just call up and help is coming. Picture Rocks Cooling, heating and plumbing.
Hi, I'm Alan Murdoch. For the past 20 years, I've been buying, fixing, and selling properties right here in Southern Arizona. And I want to buy your property. Whether it's a house, apartment, commercial building, or vacant land, regardless of the condition or the situation, I want to talk to you. When you sell to me, I pay cash and it's hassle-free. Repairs, no closing costs, and no commissions. If you have a property you don't want to deal with and you want a quick solution, call, text, or visit selltalon.com. Again, that's selltalon.com.
Discover the power of 88 Crime, where your anonymous tips are rewarded with cash. When you call in anonymously with the tip, you are given a code. With the code and a password, you can walk into a bank and redeem your reward anonymously. If your anonymous tip results in a felony arrest, you can claim up to $2,500 cash reward. Let's stop the silence on crime and strive for a safer community. For more information, please visit 88crime.org or call 88crime.
Copper Creek Cookies, Copper Creek Cookies, CopperCreekCookies.net.
We can print anything on our soft vanilla logo cookies. We deliver them and other sweet treats locally. We are located at 4249 West Ina Road, Suite 121. Call us 520-300-1131. We bake smiles.
Copper Creek Cookies, Copper Creek Cookies, CopperCreekCookies.net.
Okay, thank you guys. Thank you guys for bearing with us through the commercials. I appreciate it. So, what would you say is the best part of what you do and how your life is set up now with your business, everything, and what is the worst part?
I would definitely say the best part is when people tell me that putting on a piece from my line has literally given them that motivation to go to the gym, to want to work out.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's seriously such, I love when people tell me that. Like, it makes me feel really good. And I'm like, yes, like, that's what I want.
That was the mission.
Yes.
That was the...
Because honestly, like, it is true when you have, like, a good workout outfit on. I don't know about you, but it just like motivates me even more.
100%. And I always tell my kids too, I'm like, when you look good, you feel good.
Yes.
That's just a proven. And you show up somewhere and you look good, you're gonna exude your best self. You're gonna give it your all.
Yes, right. So yeah, that's 100%.
And I see that you do the little photo shoots with different women on your Instagram.
I do.
Where do you do those shoots at? And like, how do you set those look? Well, I love photo shoots. That's like my favorite thing. If I could do one thing for the rest of my life, like for hair, it would be photo shoots. I think they are so much fun.
Do you love modeling or like taking the pictures?
I think I like the behind the scenes. I'm like, well, I guess I could model if you want. No, I'm kidding. But no, I like being behind the scenes and like doing the hair and getting everybody all set up. And then, so I don't like modeling and I don't like taking the pictures. I like being the one that like.
Background, for sure.
The background.
Okay.
All
Which
of
is
that.
like equally important.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, but so I would do my photo shoots right out of my store. I
good.
used to do it at my house. when I didn't have the store. So it would just be at my house. And I had there was an empty room there. And I used to do that for the photo shoots. And then when I got my store, I started doing it there at my store because it was just way more convenient.
Yeah.
So that's where I do it right now. I am looking for a local gym to start, collabing with them and doing photo shoots there. But it's been
in the gym.
Yeah, it's been a little bit hard to find a local gym.
What are you looking for, as far as aesthetics within the gym? Just clean equipment to take pictures against?
Yeah, just clean. I would like it to match, my aesthetic, the dark vibes.
You're does anybody have a witch, a dark, a witchy
a
vibe?
Dark cave.
No. A dark cave. A dark cave of a gym. That's what I want.
That's the goal. No, that's how my gym is going to look when I get one.
Yeah, and that's another thing. You and your sister like to decorate. Well, your sister more than you, but you like to be in it. That's so cool. Have you started to think about what you want it to look like and kind of vision boarding it and doing all that?
Yeah, I've thought about it for months.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's why I'm I have it in the back of my head that it's going to happen no matter what. No matter what else gets thrown my way, it's going to happen.
Yeah, it seems like God has a purpose for you and you've really pushed through all of that. And I don't think that you would be here and then that would be it. I think he has really big plans for you. And yeah, if you just continue to listen to your gut and that intuition that he gave you, it's a superpower. Just don't ever stop listening to that.
Yeah, I appreciate you. Yeah, it's been rough getting to where I'm at, but I would not be in this position that I'm in if it wasn't for any of that stuff that I went through. So
looking at it all with a grateful heart and just being so grateful for where you're at now,
Yeah, 100%. And I'm really grateful that my boyfriend helped me get to where I'm at right now. And I wish he was here, but it didn't work out like that, but I know that he's here in spirit.
Yeah, exactly. He's so proud of you.
I appreciate that. But yeah, so I'm doing it for him. I'm doing it for him and my kids.
Well, you've done a great job, and I'm so happy and I am grateful that you took time out of your busy day to be here on the Social Avenue podcast.
No, thank you so much for having me here. When you reached out, I was like, oh my God, this is my shot. This is what I've been
And I was like, this is my shot. I'm like, please say yes.
Oh, I love that. No, I think you're amazing. Your vibe and your spirit is just so good to be around.
Thank you.
Instantly felt welcomed when I came.
Yay,
all those jitters just went away.
Oh, that's great.
So,
that means a lot to me.
Yeah,
Thank
and
you.
I am not a camera girl. I don't like being on the camera, so I did it for you.
Good. Oh, that makes me feel so good. I'm glad that your nervousness went away, because that's I always want people to feel just themselves and
100%,
welcome and totally just comfortable. So
and that's
thank
how I
you.
like my store to be too. So
And that's how I
love
felt.
that you felt that.
I felt comfortable enough to swipe my card. And I will be going back to your store.
Oh,
so
you're the best.
Again, for those of you who don't know where On My Level Athletics is, it's right near where it's at the Park Place Mall.
Entrance 2.
Entrance 2, right where Yard House and Old Navy is. And you won't be sorry. Get in there, shop for Christmas, because somebody that you love probably works out and is definitely going to love this athletic wear, because I know that I do.
Oh, I appreciate you so much.
Thank you so much for being here today, Virginia.
No, thank you. Thank you.
And thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.